we'll do it. We'll do it right after. What baby? What is it? Huh? Oh! You want to get up there and see the people, don't you? Yeah. You want to go see and say hi to them too? Hey, it's good to see you guys. Ashley and I were just sitting here talking about this Sunday. This Sunday we're going to be recognizing our high school and college graduates, and we've got that celebration with punch or is it punch? Punch and cake. Mm-hmm. We're going to do that between the two worship services at 10 o'clock, so that when you're on your way to Sunday school, we encourage you to stop back in the Heritage Hall, get some punch and cake, and congratulate our graduates, the high school and college graduates. It'll be a fun time that you can do that on the way to on the way to your Sunday school class. Now, if you've been to the modern worship, you have been in a service where we're going to sing "Lamb of God." That's one of your favorites. We're also singing another one of your favorites, "Living for Jesus." The story out of Mark's Gospel comes from the end of chapter 2 through the first few 6 verses actually of chapter 3, and it's a story where we're looking at doing the will of Jesus, and the title that I'm using is, "Are we here to do God's will or something else?" It's a fascinating story in the life of Jesus. It actually comes at the end of 5 stories of conflict that Mark uses. And at the end of this story, we find out how the religious leaders plan on solving the problem that they're having with Jesus. They actually go out and talk about how we're going to get him crucified, how we're going to kill him, how we're going to put an end to his life. So that's in the 9 o'clock service. At the 11 o'clock service, we are in that same section, that same area in our Bible study. That's a service, the 11 o'clock service. We're working through the Gospel of Mark, and we're beginning with chapter 2, verse 18. So we're right in that same area. We're looking at these conflict stories. And last Sunday, we dealt with some religious practices. And we talked about divisions that we create over some of the religious practices. Well, we're not finished with religion yet. This Sunday, we get the story where some of the people are looking at the Pharisees, they're looking at John's disciples. Remember John the Baptizer? He's got disciples too. So the people begin to notice that the Pharisees and John's disciples are fasting. And they want to know why Jesus' disciples don't fast. So we're going to be looking at the topic of fasting. Fasting is it's a rigorous practice to call attention to our spirituality. Now, we just covered a verse where Jesus said, you know, there are people that don't know they're sick, and I didn't come to bring healing to the well, those who have no need of a physician. I came for those who were sick. And how do you convince people who don't know they're sick that they have a spiritual condition? We're talking about fasting. It's going to be a great day. Can't wait to share all of that with you. We'll see you Sunday. You hear about this robber, and he's getting quite a reputation. He would go into these neighborhoods and break into these houses and steal all of the jewelry and all of the money, but he always washed his clothes in their washer and dryer before he left. I mean, he'd do this over and over and over, but finally they caught him. Do you know why he was washing his clothes after he looted all of their goods?
I do.
He was trying to make a clean getaway. Yeah, he probably took a shower too. Clean getaway, yeah. Yes, sir, buddy. All right, lady, you trying to make a clean getaway? Don't you do it? Hey, we'll see you Sunday.